Hey everybody, welcome to Knowledge 999. Today we're diving into some seriously unsettling predictions about the year 2025. These predictions come from experts in fields like climate science, technology, and economics. We're talking about catastrophic climate change, AI taking over jobs, and global water shortages. It's enough to make you want to crawl under a rock and wait for 2026. But don't despair. Knowledge is power, and understanding these predictions is the first step towards mitigating the risks. So, buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and get ready for your daily dose of existential dread. Make sure to watch till the end because some of these predictions will leave you speechless. Okay, let's start with the big one, climate change. By 2025, scientists predict we'll be feeling the heat even more intensely. Think hurricanes on steroids, wildfires raging out of control, and droughts that could make the Dust Bowl look like a minor inconvenience. As global temperatures rise, we're looking at rising sea levels threatening coastal cities, mass displacement, and food shortages. The good news is we still have time to act. We can transition to renewable energy sources, reduce our carbon footprint, and invest in sustainable practices, but we gotta act fast, people. The clock is ticking, and the future of our planet hangs in the balance. Artificial intelligence. By 2025, it could be more like a reality check. We're already seeing AI take over tasks once performed by humans, from customer service to data analysis. But as AI becomes more sophisticated, experts predict it could displace millions of jobs across various industries. Imagine a world where robots are flipping burgers, driving trucks, and even performing surgery. Now, before you panic, it's not all doom and gloom. AI also has the potential to create new jobs and industries that we can't even imagine yet. The key is to adapt and develop the skills needed to thrive in an AI-driven world. We need to focus on education and training programs that emphasize creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. Remember that saying, water everywhere but not a drop to drink? Yeah, that's starting to feel a little too real these days. By 2025, the global water crisis is predicted to reach a tipping point. With growing populations, increased demand, and the impacts of climate change, access to clean, safe drinking water is becoming a luxury many can't afford. We need to start treating water like the precious resource it is. That means investing in water conservation technologies, reducing our water consumption, and addressing the root causes of water scarcity. The future is looking thirsty, my friends, but with proactive measures, we can quench the thirst of generations to come. Hold on to your hats, folks, because the economic roller coaster ride we've been on for the past few years, that's not stopping anytime soon. By 2025, experts predict we could be facing another global economic crisis. Think stock market crashes, soaring inflation, and widespread unemployment. There are a lot of factors at play here, from the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic to geopolitical tensions and the rise of automation. But what's clear is that the economic ground beneath our feet is shifting, and we need to be prepared for turbulence. Now, I'm not saying you should cash out your retirement fund and invest in canned goods and ammunition just yet. But it's a good time to be financially savvy, diversify your income, live below your means, and maybe brush up on your bartering skills. Remember when the biggest tech worry was your mom accidentally posting that embarrassing childhood photo on Facebook? Yeah, those were the days. In 2025, cybersecurity threats are going to be a whole different beast. We're talking about sophisticated cyber attacks that could cripple critical infrastructure, steal your identity, and hold your data hostage. Imagine a world where hackers can shut down power grids, disrupt financial institutions, and even interfere with elections. As our lives become increasingly intertwined with technology, so too do our vulnerabilities. We need to step up our cybersecurity game, folks. Arm yourself with knowledge, be aware of your digital surroundings, and for the love of all that is good, please create a strong password. Remember when people used to have civilized discussions about politics? Yeah. Me neither. By 2025, the political landscape is predicted to be even more polarized and volatile. We're talking about increased social unrest, political instability, and even the potential for violent conflict. The reasons behind this are complex and multifaceted, but some contributing factors include economic inequality, social injustice, and the erosion of trust in institutions. We need to engage in respectful dialogue, bridge the divides that separate us, and hold our leaders accountable. It's a daunting task, but the alternative is far more frightening. Okay, let's be real. After the past few years, the phrase global pandemic probably sends shivers down your spine. And unfortunately, experts predict that we haven't seen the last of infectious diseases. By 2025, we could be facing new and emerging health threats, from antibiotic-resistant superbugs to novel viruses with pandemic potential. The good news is we're better prepared than ever to respond to health emergencies. We've learned valuable lessons from the COVID-19 pandemic, and scientists are constantly working on developing new vaccines and treatments. But the bad news is the threat of infectious diseases is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. So wash your hands, get vaccinated, and maybe invest in a few extra boxes of tissues. Remember that time you searched for something embarrassing online and then suddenly started seeing ads for it everywhere? Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to technological surveillance. By 2025, our lives are going to be even more trackable and traceable than they are now. We're talking facial recognition technology, data mining, and constant monitoring of our online and offline activities. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've got nothing to hide. So, what's the big deal? But the erosion of privacy has far-reaching consequences for our freedom, our autonomy, and our democracy. We need to start having serious conversations about the ethical implications of these technologies and implement safeguards to protect our privacy. Because in a world without privacy, who are we really free from? Imagine a world where your smartphone becomes a useless brick because we've run out of rare earth minerals. Or a world where chocolate becomes a luxury good because cocoa beans are scarce. By 2025, the consequences of resource depletion will be felt more acutely than ever. We're talking about shortages of critical minerals, water scarcity, deforestation, and soil degradation. We need to shift towards a more circular economy where we reduce waste, reuse materials, and find sustainable alternatives to our current consumption patterns. It's a recipe for disaster, folks. And it's time we start treating the Earth like the finite resource it is. The future of our planet depends on it. Remember when people used to have different opinions but still managed to, be friends? Yeah, those days seem like a distant memory. By 2025, social media algorithms, political polarization, and economic inequality are predicted to further divide us into echo chambers and tribes. We're talking about increased social isolation, decreased empathy, and a rise in extremism. It's a world where it's easier to demonize the other than to understand them. We need to find ways to bridge the divides that separate us, have difficult conversations, and remember that at the end of the day, we're all human beings sharing this planet, because a house divided against itself cannot stand. Well, folks, there you have it. 10 disturbing predictions about 2025 that'll hopefully inspire you to break out in a cold sweat. Just kidding. Sort of. But seriously, thanks for watching. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Knowledge 999 for more insightful content. Let us know in the comments which prediction you found most disturbing and why. Stay informed, stay prepared, and see you in the next video.